Welcome to the tutorial on auditing. Now we are going to learn about the inherent limitation of audit. Here, inherent means the basic nature or the habitual character. That means there are some basic limitations of audit. We are using the word inherent because maybe we cannot avoid some limitations of audit due to the basic nature of audit. You can see the first one is absolute certainty not possible. The auditor's work involves exercise of judgment, and that is why absolute certain decisions cannot be taken. That means whenever you are auditing the financial statements, you may need to apply your professional judgment. And whenever you are applying your professional judgment, you may make mistake because judgment may not provide real decision in every cases. You can apply judgment, and this is the nature of auditing, that as an auditor you will apply your judgment, but sometimes judgment may be wrong. In that case, absolute certainty is not possible. The second inherent limitation of audit is test nature of audit and weakness of internal control system. We know that as an auditor we apply the test check whenever there is a huge number of transactions. What is test check? Test check indicates the selection and examination of few transactions from a huge number of similar items. That means whenever you are selecting some sample transaction, in that case those sample transaction may not include the all aspects of the financial statements. That's why, since as an auditor you are applying test check, in that case sometimes you may skip the misstatement because you are applying test check by selecting some sample transactions. And another issue is, you know that whenever we apply the test of control, in that case we assume that the organization have a good internal control system, and just we test the control system whether the control system is exist, whether the control system is effective. But if there is a weakness of the internal control system of the organization, in that case if you apply the compliance procedure, I mean if you test the control process due to the weakness of internal control system of the organization, you cannot provide the real scenario in your opinion. And the third inherent limitation is materiality. An auditor is concerned with items that are material. Here material means any item which is crucial for decision making or which is very important for the decisions by the shareholders or investors. And as an auditor you are concerned with the material item. And what is material is a question of fact dependent on many factors. I mean, which one is material item, which one is immaterial item. You may skip some material item because you are applying your judgment to find out the material issues. That's why, since as an auditor you apply the professional judgment for identifying material issues, you may skip some important facts because materiality depends on various factors. That's why, due to the application of professional judgment, there may be wrong decision on the materiality of some facts of the financial statements, and for that reason there is a limitation of audit. And the fourth inherent limitation of audit is matters beyond the scope of audit. Scope means your area of work. Auditor's scope of work and reporting is conditioned by the terms of engagement subject. I mean, you are the auditor and you have a contract or engagement with an organization, and in that contract or engagement there may be some indication of scope, I mean area of work, I mean in which area you have the responsibility to audit. And since there is a clear indication of some conditions regarding the scope or area of work in the engagement or contract between the auditor and the organization, there may be some matters which are beyond the scope of audit. And due to these matters beyond the scope of audit, there may be some limitations of audit. And the last one, which acts as a limitation of audit, is constraints on audit. Sometimes certain constraints may be fall in audit milieu. Here milieu means the audit environment, which inhibits the auditor's ability to express an opinion. That means there may be some environment in which you will be prohibited to express the opinion. As for example, the auditor might not have received the confirmation of balance from a big debtor which he would have liked to test. I mean, suppose you are an auditor of an organization and you are interested to check the balance of an account receivable, and for that purpose you have called the debtor. But if the debtor response is negative, I mean if the debtor is reluctant to provide the information, in that case you will not have the real balance of that debtor. That's why there are some environment or milieu in which you will not be able to provide your opinion. These are the inherent limitations of audit. Thank you.